About my unconditionals.
Oh, your unconditional friends. They don't have
Yeah.
dads? Hmm.
Yeah, they got dads.
I mean, in their life, though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though even some of them, their dads have passed, but their dad was present.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes.
So what, I mean, still, so you don't know anybody to kind of reference this off of. Do you think a
I would
female becomes
say
more toxic if they're raised only by the mother? I mean, yeah, even the dude. Do kids become more toxic if they're only
no, I
raised
don't
by the
I
mom?
mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna blame it being an absent dad on that, but I will say that it definitely does depend on how you raise that child.
Hmm.
You know, if the mom is, a part of that, I don't need a man, you know, while she's raising her children, that could play a significant role in the girl's life. Now, I do know that females that don't have their dads, growing up, some of the young girls that I
Mhm.
see nowadays, um, they actually do. To me, they're angry.
So that's what I'm saying. Without their dads, right?
Hmm.
This or that. That's what I'm saying. Would they be more toxic? Would they have more hurt, more pain, and would they be more apt to distrust males or male
Well,
relationships
I
because they
mean, the
haven't
trust
built
is a
one?
part of if the father has let them down, as far as like broken promises and things like that. But
Mm,
that could be done, male or female, you know. Um,
mm,
but yeah, broken promises will make you not trust anyone.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, for the most part, I would say,
They're more toxic. You just want to just go and spit it out. More toxic.
no, I wouldn't say that they're more toxic. But would they come with trust issues? Possibly.
Mm, mm.
Possibly they could come with trust issues, but for the most part, I wouldn't think that, but because a lot of times people that don't have their father in their life, they're like people pleasers. Like, they're trying to make sure that they don't lose you because they know what it's like to lose somebody, or somebody
But what if they
so
never
hard.
had their dad in their life? Then they wouldn't know what it's
You
like to
can't know.
lose.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, you don't know what you don't have.
Mm, mm,
Now,
mm.
when a man is trying to be a man in front of them, that could be,
Would that change with their perspective of what a man should be because they've been around mostly women all the time?
it could be tough for the man.
Mm, it'd be tough for the man.
It could be tough for the man because she's not that's an adjustment. Women making decisions and, being the leaders around you, that's what you
So they
see.
start
And then
seeing
a
that
guy
women should
comes
be
in
leaders
who's
all the time.
leading, right?
Mm,
Guy comes
mm.
in and he's leading and he's, pushing the, um, let me balance this out for you or whatever. Then
Wow.
it could be what?
No, I'm hearing something. Go ahead. Go ahead. Knock it out the park.
That's just a perspective. I'm just, stating my perspective of how that could play out.
So you think that they're toxic because they don't respect the male because they've seen either the male is not to be respected or that he's not really needed.
I didn't say nothing about
So then
nobody being
what were you
I
just
didn't
saying
say
just
nobody
then?
being toxic. All I'm saying is I'm not saying that they're toxic, is what I'm saying.
I'm
All I'm
saying
saying
more
is
apt to be toxic. Not saying they automatically are toxic. I'm saying
no, because a female can have their father in their life and
and
be
still be
toxic.
super toxic.
Yeah, because your daddy has spoiled you to death and you don't know what no sounds like, you know?
Hmm. That's a bar right there. You don't know what no sounds like, you know.
Well, yeah.
But what would play into that? Like you just still, ending up Because I mean, if you want a man, that's if you want a man, you
Mm.
know, and you want to be loved the way that you want to be loved, right? Like unconditionally with, whatever you want to build that relationship, right? How could you do that if you just are super entitled? And you don't like once again, you may not know what a real man because a real man has to tell you no. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't take no from your own father, now what does that do? What does that do? How
Mhm.
do you get into a relationship never being told no and
You
never have to
you can
earn
you can enter a relationship never being told no, because honestly, I think the first time my daddy told me no was, like, this year. I mean, I
really?
don't ask for much, but yeah, this year. So you have to be willing to wanna be with that person. But yeah,
Oh,
my daddy
gotta
was
gotta gotta give him one of these. Gotta give him, man. It's hard to do
wait,
that.
no, let me take that back because he did tell me no one time before that. But I was really, really young. I was really young. Well, you ain't gotta take his hand clap back or anything like that, but,
No,
um
I ain't take it back. I ain't take it back. It's just
and he did. He told me no. I can't remember what it was for, but he told me no, and I did. I threw a whole fit.
mm.
I
Yeah,
did.
there was a story when he told you no to and he took that cell phone from you for running that bill up. I think that was
He didn't take that cell
a
phone
post
from me.
no. Oh, he ain't take it back. Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay. You said
No.
something about he was mad about that phone bill.
He
He should have
was
told you.
mad.
He should have told you no to them using all your anytime.
Well, see, he got me that phone, and I didn't know anything about no minutes. Even though he told me, I did
That's
not
unconditional love right there,
yeah,
boy.
but he was not mad. Even when he got the phone turned back on, he called me to let me know the phone was back on.
I wouldn't have called you. You would have had to wait on that one.
Uh-uh, uh-uh,
But
mm-mm.
I will say that is one of the things that shoot I struggle with all of y'all with is telling y'all no, especially you. Well, I don't even want you to drink my drink sometimes. And once I tell you no, it's a problem. There's a problem.
No, that don't be a problem.
Yeah, oh, you capping on national TV. I snuck live on, right?
Why are we live? I thought you said we were recording. So aggravating, man. How long
Oh,
we been live?
I don't know, but it doesn't
Mm.
matter. So, yeah,
Anyway,
so how many times do I have to tell you no and you don't want to take no
you tell
for
me
an
no
answer?
all the time. All the time.
And do you take no for an answer all the time?
Usually I just be like, whatever.
So, anyway, so like I said,
Hmm.
you got to take people where they're at and you got to be able to love them no matter what. Now, in that clip that I posted, it was like
What? Which one?
the one where he's like, my wife had to go to rehab and I had to stand by her and God told me this and that and whatever. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play it again.
Rehab, I sent her a letter that said, I chose you then and I choose you now. And love is not her makeup.
Right. So that I chose you then and I choose you now. The fact that you went through all of the people you were going to date in life, because I'm pretty sure that wasn't the first person he dated in life. I'm pretty sure he wasn't the first person. Now, how they met, I'd like to hear that story because how we met, that's that story we tell everybody, and they're like, oh, that's so beautiful. But how they met, that I'm pretty sure is a beautiful story. And like you say, love is not her makeup. So
Love is not that she loves me back. Love.
that's a big thing. Because to be honest, when you with somebody you really love them, you don't know how much they really love you. Can ask them how much you love me, and they be like, the whole wide world, the whole wide world. You don't really know if that's true, even when you ask them. They just tell you I love you, and then later on your wife is taking like 13 trucks from you and 2 houses and all the kids and it's crazy. You know, you never know how much somebody loves you. You know, they taking the dog. Remember that song? I want it all. You're nothing but. So you know, people are liars and deceivers, but for you to love someone and you just have the hope that they love you back just a eighth of what they love you, that's major. That's major, especially when you start going through things in life in your relationship and you're like, wow, you know, I still got her back. I wouldn't have done this before. Like you learn to grow, you grow with your significant other or your wife or whatnot.
Is I am called to represent the love of Jesus, to love you when everything about you that culture says I should leave you.
Everything that culture says that I should leave you.
That's a bar. That's a
What does
whole
that
bar.
mean? What does that
The
mean
whole
though? Can you break
16.
down what that means? Because you know you're a little better at breaking down. So what did that bar mean?
It means that, like, people could have defined their marriage on, in their own perspective and said, y'all aren't equally yoked.
Right. That's a major thing. Even in the Christian community, they will tell you and twist up to where you're like, God doesn't want me to even have this. And that's not even what God's saying. You know, deep down in your heart, you know, even when you know you're sitting down and you're at your worst spot, you can just almost tell, like in your subconscious, like what they're saying is right. But all you need is that little push to that other side, and you'll be out that door. But also, you know, what culture defines as your relationship, every relationship is different. Nobody knows really what y'all went through unless they had a camera crew following you around. You know, the only thing they know is what she said. The only thing they know is what he said. Nobody knows the true facts, because I guarantee if there was a lot of the true facts that come out and people were really talking about their relationship, that people would understand, like, well, damn, well, they both kind of messed up, you know, or whatever. They need to fix this. Instead of more people wanting to fix relationships, more people want to see people just go their own way. Like, hey, man, just y'all need to break up because this and that. And you know, a lot of times that plays in people's mind. What people say mean a lot to people. You realize that, like,
Mhm,
people get cars, trucks, clothes, all this stuff to impress people. You know,
mhm,
men mostly do that too. That's the male mating dance to get a female. I'm gonna get this and that. That's how we dance to get y'all instead of, you know, the animalistic way back.
mhm.
You know,
What do you
you
what do
know,
you call it?
the mating dance,
Every
right?
male in every
That's their own
culture that.
mating dance.
Mhm,
Yep, in every culture. And the
mhm.
female mating dance is the same. It's really like animalistic.
Like, I think before, at one point, like, I think
The
the men wore makeup for.
man wore makeup. Oh. Anyway, back to what culture says about whether or not you should be with your mate. No.
Anyway, I
Look,
mean,
culture should not control who you love,
right.
because culture can't love that other person for you and make that other person love you. Now, if that ain't a bar, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna say this again. Culture, people, friends, your environment can't teach you how to love someone and have somebody love you back the same way that you love them. So when they say that, you know, culture told me to leave you, even when culture said, what's going on? I need to leave you.
Yep.
Well, let's go through the next 300 million people that you're going to hope you're going to sync up with and live a perfect life. You know, I think a lot of people break up because they didn't give themselves the chance to date, you know, when they were younger, like really date, really get to see what
I
they
feel like
like.
they missed out on something.
Yeah. And I feel like that happens with a lot of young marriages, with people having kids young and everything.
Did you feel like
Because
that when we got married?
um no, I actually, in my mind, you were supposed to be, you know, the last stop. When I had that thought, even before we got married, and there was a lot of prospects, I just was like, this needs to be my last stop. I said that to myself. I literally, you know, actually prayed for it to go that way. And you gave me some BS like, oh, I gotta wait for my brother to be ready. I'm like, what is this? What is this stipulation? This what do girls love to say
I mean, I
it
gave you a
is?
couple of
This
stipulations, but it
ultimatum.
wasn't
Like I hate
nothing.
that word. I hate when
I didn't
females
give
use
you
that
no
word.
ultimatum.
Ultimatum.
Mm-mm.
That was kind of like ultimatum. I'm not gonna
No, it
hold
wasn't.
you. But I hate when females use the word ultimatum. If you tell them something they don't like, well, it's an ultimatum. Like you act like you really said a big word. Ultimatum.
I didn't give you no ultimatum. Well,
No,
one.
not you. I'm just saying, like the females that I've had already met, like because you're giving them a choice, because you're telling them what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. They
Mm-hmm.
try to man shame you by saying the word. You're giving me an ultimatum. Like the first time I've actually heard a female use that word, they felt like they was really doing some psychological damage by saying that word. Like that was like the worst thing you could ever do is give someone an ultimatum because the world isn't either you do or you don't, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that used to really trip me out. Like I used to be like, I can't tell people what I want because I'm giving them an ultimatum. Yes, I am giving you an ultimatum. It's either you want to be in or you want to be out,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, that's it. And if a man can't do that, then does that, well, I mean, if a person can't do that, shouldn't you have the freedom to make a decision, right? On what you
Yeah,
want your life to look like?
absolutely. I mean, that's what dating is finding someone that is willing to take the good with the bad, but also accept the ground rules
Right.
and build on that foundation, on that ground. You built the foundation.
So
That's
what does do death do us part mean to people when they say they got married and then they got divorced? You know, what did that vow actually mean to death do us part? Like because
oh, that
if
part
you've
means
gotten a divorce and it's to life do us part, so does that mean you automatically go to hell because you made that promise to
um
God? Like that's the thought that I now have.
yeah. Um I don't know, but you know that video where it's like three little boys they're standing together and they're lined up and
Hmm.
they're like, "I love you, mama," and then the other
No, I
boy
haven't
is
seen
like,
that.
"I love you too," and then one of them says, "And I die for you, mama," and then the other little boy looks and he's like, "Die? Uh-uh."
Yeah, I think you did show me
That's
that
what
one
that
time.
yeah, that's what that part means to me if you don't ride it out.
Oh, like
That's like
okay, so
a
that part, that little kid sitting out there like, no, I ain't think about loving my mama like that, you know.
right. I'm not
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, that is definitely a good, you know,
That's just my
illustration
yeah.
of you know whether or not somebody's gonna ride or die with you. You know, and the other thing is through sickness and health. You know, her being in rehab, that was sickness
Yeah.
and health. So you know, you couldn't
Mhm.
give up on it. Now, if it was something that was abusive to him, then he would have to think like, well, I gotta let her go her own way because now, it's it can't be to death
Mhm.
do you death or delete do you delete, that's the
Yeah.
thing. YouTube, sorry about that. I don't know. I let that one slip. But
And that's probably something that even, for her, him loving on her the way that he is probably what also helps keep her from resorting back. She's, because she was an addict. That's
mhm,
a battle that she's gonna be battling with every day for the rest of her life. Every day. But it's also a choice. As long as
right.
you remind yourself you're not going back to that. But him loving her, you see how he's holding her
Yeah.
in
See the
that.
way that she's secure in him
Mhm,
holding her. You can tell
mhm.
that they've been through something. They have like love, not
Yeah,
just that surface love.
yeah,
Right,
and
right,
she's gonna get through it as long as he's holding her like that. He's
right,
being her protector. That's a
right.
very, very, even in this picture, it's very, very masculine of him.
I like how you said that. That's a very masculine picture. And why is it masculine to you?
I mean, everything about it. Look how she's leaning up against him. Her eyes are almost closed. She's comfortable. She feels safe in his arms.
Go ahead, babe. I'm dropping the link, guys, for anybody that wants to join. We're gonna be on for a little bit later, and if you want to share your views and help our audience out and let them know, it's a comfortable space for you to come in and share your perspective. We'd like to do so. Also, as always, I never have my banner on the bottom. I gotta get better on that, guys. But check me out. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. I mean, we're gonna put it out anyway, but it'll get us to put out a lot more content. Also, please send your videos you'd like us to talk about to intellectignited@gmail.com. If you guys wants to talk about, or you want to come on screen and debate or get it on with somebody or just share your point of view, please let us know. Again, intellectignited@gmail.com if you guys would like to pop on. We're still talking about this for a little bit longer. So you see the link that's posted. Go to YouTube, click on that link. I'm about to pin it, and let us know what your thoughts are. Definitely let us know what your thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe, so we can bring you more content. It's only gonna get better because I'm still a newbie at this YouTube thing. But come through to YouTube and subscribe. Tell them, babe, why I set this up, and then I have to be able to jump in whenever they're ready.
Okay. Yeah. Just like, comment, and subscribe. Go over to YouTube at Intellect Ignited and hop on or comment. Tell us what you think or give us your opinion or whatever you want to do. Like agree or disagree. We don't care. Just tell us what you think.
Just hit the button.
So yeah, back to this frame. Yeah, it's very masculine how he's holding her, and he's reminding her in this moment, that he is her protector. And then in her face, she knows that he's her protector. Just they're giving off a really good energy about their relationship.
All right. And
y'all, this is love. Love does not look for pretty. Love covers ugly.
Come on.
And until you find somebody that will hold you at your worst,
Yep.
no makeup, the abuse that you might have experienced in your past.
And that's major, because everybody has a past. Now, when these men out here are saying, well, I'm gonna get me a younger girl because she may not come with as much baggage or as much pain, you don't know how everybody's childhood years are, which is, what is it? They say it's from 3 to 5, where they really start sinking in, and that's when they start noticing a change in their lives, or when they're most impressionable. You gotta realize it can start from there. So no matter how young you get them, they may not have even had a chance to sort out what's going on. So I mean, yeah, y'all can go for the younger women, but then again, you gotta really think about this. Like, is that really what you want? Or do you want somebody that's kind of close to your age? And I always thought that it should be, you marry somebody, just because this is what I've seen, within a 2 to 4 year wingspan, maybe 5, but over 10 is like crazy,
I don't know. Yeah, to me, it's got to do with maturity level. You're not mature enough for a woman of your age. You're making excuses about baggage, but everybody can build back. You're coming with baggage at your age.
Everybody comes with baggage.
You're bringing baggage at your age to, in my opinion, a child, and expecting that child to just take on your baggage. No, I don't even want to. I don't even want to go there on that topic, but it's disgusting, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, guys. So I finally got the link posted in the chat. You guys want to hop in and talk about it? We sure can. You know, we can go through the video game, but we got a limited amount of time to get this done. But yeah,
The family of origin issues you might have.
family of origin issues, not knowing the family. Now, let me tell you, that can be a big stopper if you don't have the unconditional love. Like, you know, because you're not only marrying the woman, you're marrying the family. So I think, you know,
Well,
hey,
you
I'm
know,
gonna give you
yeah,
guys
and the
my advice
man family too.
if you got one.
I'm just saying, you know.
My advice is to go on dates, you know, with her, and then meet the family and really have like a real big dinner. You know, it doesn't matter if it's at your house, their house. You know, get an idea of where she came from, you know. So there aren't any surprises. You know, take a good look at the mom, make sure that at her age, she's well taken care of, because that means that she would have taught her daughter to take care of herself. Give her like little mental stuff like, hey, girl, don't go to sleep without no bra, because things gonna be touching your ankles. I think that is a real one that's been missed for a lot of females out here, because they be having that infinity sign in their chest. Like, you definitely don't want that. And I don't think no man wants that. And I understand it's unconditional love, but we want you to take care of yourself. Like, you know, moms need to definitely pass that down, because I said, like, that is a good thing to pass down. Like, and this is why young girls need to grow
Move
up
on, Lord.
under their moms. And they need to teach them teach them how to be a female. Like, because please, we don't need this scrub the ground. It's good. All right, so let's move forward.
The hurts and the wounds. And somebody says, you know what? Show that to me.
Somebody willing
To see
to
your scar.
show you your pain, show you their pain,
You know what
that
this
you can trust. Go ahead.
that what he just stated reminds me of that LMA song "Naked."
Oh, I never heard that song. Probably never gonna hear it in my life too. Just
I'm gonna
want to
play
be
it for you.
honest. Oh,
No,
that's okay.
it's a really good song
But go ahead, go ahead. Talk about what that song means and why that ties into this.
because you gotta get so comfortable with the person, and that's for me. Like for me, I'll just speak on me. Um, you have to get so comfortable with a person that you let them see every side of you, the good, the bad, the ugly,
Mm,
and
mm. Even when they crying and they try to go and hide it.
yeah.
Oh,
So like I have this problem where I can't cry in front of people.
in front of me. I don't know
I
why.
can't
It's
I
me
can't
only. Go
I
ahead.
n- no. Like I can be you know, and then next thing you know somebody's I could be in my car crying and somebody start walking past, they can be a stranger. I would just shut off or, fuck it up. You know, females do it too. So anyway, um being able to be vulnerable with a person is very feminine and masculine. And I think that more people need to make sure that they try to incorporate that. And that was one of the hardest things for me to do. Like even just recently, back in June,
But open up.
that was just it comes out because I couldn't control it. Like
Right.
I couldn't hold it back. But usually, me, mm, you're not about to see Portia cry. That is not happening.
Why? Why can't people see
I
Portia
cannot.
cry?
I can't explain why. I don't know. If I knew why, I could tell you. I have
Mm.
no idea why I have a hard time with letting people see me cry.
So yeah, like I said, just being able to be vulnerable with someone, like, that's gonna take a long time for you to get to a point with someone like that. I mean, that's not something that you could just meet someone and be like, hey, I'm gonna be vulnerable with this person. You
Mm-hmm.
know, my brother said it a lot, like, I'm not an emotional person. And in order for him to be emotional in front of you, that means he has to trust the situation. Because he's gonna try to be like Sergeant Slaughter all day in front of you. But if he feels like he can be like that around you, he ain't gonna be able to hold back. And so even for me in marriage, that's one of the best things about it is that you should be able to tell her anything or him anything
Right.
without
Right.
the fear of now next thing you know, everybody knows your business
Hmm.
or it's being used against you or like,
Right.
you might have confessed to a murder and next thing you know she's on the phone like say
Yeah, man.
telling your
That's a
whole
lot.
name.
You got to be able to be vulnerable with that person
Oh
in a
man.
sense of like a catch and release. Like, you tell me something and you confide in me in something
Right.
and it's there. And that's where it's left at. And then, let's just say we have a disagreement and that disagreement, it gets deep. Then I turn around and say, well, you such and such and such and such. Not cool.
Yeah.
Because
See.
now you took what I trusted you with, something that I trusted to say to you
Hmm.
in confidence. Because at this point, I'm confident in the trust that we have. And now you weaponize something that I felt made me weak in a moment or whatever. You weaponized it and used it against me.
Mm.
You can that will dismantle a person's trust for you. Well, most people. Some people don't care. Some people don't care if you do it or whatever, but me, that's a problem.
All right. So that's important. And
So that I can show you an aspect of God, not in heaven, but on earth.
so when he says that right there, I know a lot of people understand that, you're taught that God's love is unconditional. And even if you're not into all of that, it looks to me, because that's how I look at people. I give people an unconditional type of love all over the place. Like I don't really, you can do the most to me. And I still think about whether or not I want to allow you back in. Now,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, there's been people that have done some catastrophic. People say, "Hey, man," and once again, I'm the exception. Hey, man, if I was you, I don't know what I would have did. Hey, man, if I was you, I would have just slaughtered everybody. Hey, man, if I was you, I don't understand how you're so calm. And that calmness comes with age and wisdom and
Mhm.
learning how to really, have patience. And some people say, you need to set stricter boundaries to not let people do certain things. But I always look at people like they're not throwaways. And but now I'm learning to expand my boundaries. So if you say something, I'm gonna hold you accountable to it, and I'm gonna make it to where I want you to show me that you're worthy to be stepping back into my circle. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And
Mhm.
it's definitely gonna be based on the scale of how much I've done. And if you act like you don't know what I've done, well, if you don't know, now you know, because now I'm gonna let you sit there and think about it, like as if I don't exist. And
Right.
if I no longer exist and you start realizing that I can't get to you, now you may try to come up with your own little thing. And this is fine. I let this all out, in the open. Like I tell people I'm an open book. If I cut you off and then all of a sudden you think you found a cheat code to like, whatever, listen, by all means use your cheat code, but you're still not gonna get back to that server. I can promise you that. You're just not gonna get back in there. I don't care how you analyze. I am just a very unpredictable
Mhm.
person. But moving forward. And
And
I
I'm telling you
appreciate I
right now,
appreciate everybody that's in here
I love it
watching,
all.
while I'm rambling,
The
but I
good,
really think this needs to go out.
the bad, and the ugly. And y'all, I'm going to get some tonight. I'm telling you right now.
And that's my favorite part right there when he says I'm gonna get some, because he knew that came from the bottom of his soul, and he's done the work and he's been there and he knows what they've been through. And so already, he probably turned his cell phone, telling his wife. And right there, you wouldn't even tell she went through what he saw because he has, helped her, has, refilled her cup when it was empty. And a lot of
Mhm.
people are like, why are you refilling this person's cup? They're gonna run you dry. Well, guess what? For a man, a woman is a lot like a catalyst. So that little drop you have, she'll turn it into cups and cups and cups. So many cups. When she finally activates her superpower, she can multiply your cups, man. You can definitely multiply your cups. If she really understands the power that she actually has in her female body or male, she will magnify you 100-fold. The same way they tell you in the Bible, God will give you what you want tenfold, 100-fold.
Yeah.
That's why she's here. You know, the right woman will understand her power is not just, oh, I'm here just to be here or I'm just a mom. She is your Robin, be your Batman. She's supposed to have your back no matter what. You know, holy strawberries, Batman will definitely in the jam and help you figure out a way out of it, not just leave everything to you, not take leadership, but hop in the co-pilot seat, see what you can't see, give her
Mhm.
perspective. You
Mhm.
know, this is what I'm not hearing a lot of people talk about in their podcast. You know, how your woman should join in and step in, not take leadership, but also, help you. Hey, you might need to grab something real quick. She might have to grab the steering wheel for a minute or two. Did you teach her how to hold on to that steering wheel until you can get back, onto the ride, finish our life? Try to make this as layman's as possible. But you definitely want to have that type of connection with your wife to where you can step out of whatever you got going on and she can take over at any time and
Mhm.
vice versa. You know, definitely want to be able to have that trust.
Right.
And I see you move my screens around, wife, but I ain't asked you to do that, so put that back.
None of y'all are. I am. When she
And that's it. And that's it for that right there. I'm not gonna torture y'all with that anymore. But yeah, that was a major thing I want to post. I feel like, that was something that I wanted to talk about today. And we're not gonna hold you guys up. I wanted some people to come in and share their views, share their opinions, um, on
But oh well,
but unconditional
no,
love.
we do still love you guys. But yeah, I mean, again, people have to be ready to give and receive unconditional love. And
Right.
that's the test.
hmm
That's the
And
test.
for all my kids out here, I was gonna leave this just in case a kid ends up watching this, which you really shouldn't. There was some cussing in here, but kids watch what they want to watch anyway.
Mm,
So what I will say is, your parents do not owe you anything. Anything. They've given you unconditional love so many times. They've gotten up when they didn't want to get up. They've done stuff they didn't want to do. And the one argument that I did hear is kids always tell me, I didn't ask to be here. Guess what? I raised my hand. I didn't ask to be here either. But we're here. Now what do we do? You know? And I feel like that they feel like that's their end all, their end all, power move that they said, I didn't ask to be here. It's not fair. But you was enjoying every second of it.
mm,
When I was giving you that unconditional love, and the one time I tell you no, now it's bonkers. The one time that I'm reprimanding you, one thing I would like kids to understand is you're not your parents equal. I don't care what anybody says, and we can debate that and argue that all day. You're not. You're learning how to navigate through life, and our job here is to guide you. If you're trying to guide yourself, let's talk about driving a car. If I'm telling you to hold the steering wheel straight and you want to do what you want because you feel like we're equal, we're gonna smack into a meeting, aren't we? Not only have you killed yourself, but you killed the instructor. So now, Lord, now there's on the live, deleted YouTube. My bad. You've driven us into a wall and deleted both of us, backspaced both of us. You know, and at the end of the day, that's what it's like in parenting. There's no way you could think you're equal. The amount of experience, the amount of stuff that we've seen, and the old saying, there's nothing new under the sun, is something that I'm glad I listened to growing up, because you've seen everything that we've seen happen over and over.
right.
It's just gotten worse or better.
Right.
You know, everything's going to advance, but it's not going to deviate from the beginning. So to say that is, kids, I don't care what nobody says. Y'all not on the same level as your parents. Let your parents guide you and teach you. Stop watching from other people because other people don't have the same household. Parents will love you. What's up, GMT? What's up? What's up? Parents will love you regardless of what you do in life, and they'll always have your back. But one thing you never do is bite the hand that feeds you. Never, 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 never do that. I don't care what you see, who's telling you what. You know, I believe a lot of the old school sayings, tactics, and tricks still work because the whole village came up with those tactics and they all agreed. So it's tried and true. So once again, definitely going to be, wrapping this up shortly, but I definitely want to let you teenage kids know and adults, 20 or whatever, if you said anything out the way, like I even had to say this to one of my friends that's like 30. He went through a stroke or whatever, and he was upset, saying that his mom didn't care. And I had to let him know, like, you're in her house. She's taking care of you at the age that you're in. Oh, I'm mad at her. I just want to. What you mad for? You don't understand that unconditional love that she has for you and your brothers and sisters. You need to apologize the next time you talk to her. And I have to tell him this as a grown man. Because sometimes, we get stuck in our ways or we're thinking a certain way. But I have no emotion for the situation except that I know what's right and I know what's wrong. You
Right.
know, and you never go out your way to disrespect your parents ever. You know,
Right.
and I think more of this message should be said. It's not going to be a trending topic because people aren't looking for that. But I like to really, really help out the parents that really have no help. Kids, if you're watching this, definitely respect your parents, even if you don't agree with what they're talking about. Because, like I always told my kids, I'll never tell you anything to hurt you, but I'll definitely tell you stuff that's going to help you grow in life and help you when you're alone. Because they say you come in this world, you get deleted. You come in this world alone, you get deleted alone. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to realize,
Pick your heel.
pick your hill to delete on, and
Mhm.
just know you need to have you first. Somebody can come along and always help you, but you need to have yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Once you get out there on your own. But
Right.
until then, your parents have your back all the way as long as you're being respectful. We can't help you, with your dreams and all the stuff you're trying to do if you're always fighting against the person that's trying to help you excel, always trying to
Mm.
lift you up. You want to go and listen to the people that have absolutely nothing, or listen to your friends who have no experience, such as yourself. And that makes absolutely positively, unequivocally, no sense whatsoever. I promise you. I promise you. My kids used to tell me, because I used to give them so many rules. They used to say, "We're 2000 kids. Everything's changed from when you grew up," and then got out here and realized nothing changed.
Oh, well,
Everything was the same. And I just like, you idiots.
shaking my head every other day.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They think they know more than you. And that's,
Mm.
kids think they're invincible. That's one thing I used to hear growing up, like, these kids nowadays, they think they're invincible. Now they don't think they're invincible. When the going get tough, they start looking for the easy way out, trying to delete themselves. And that showed you that our community, or people have gotten weak over the years. I mean, it took one COVID pandemic to weaken a whole economy. People in a whole, everybody's soft and brittle now. Like, I'm not understanding.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that because I mean, we that would be a whole nother hour,
That'll be a
two
whole
hours.
nother hour, but I really
Mm.
want to understand people, like, and I know
Well,
a
it's
lot
not
of
just
y'all may
COVID,
not have gotten. Oh, go
It's
ahead.
not.
Go ahead. What is it?
No,
What is
I'm
it? Go ahead.
saying it's not just COVID that did that. It's money is being dispersed to other countries that we're all
Hmm.
working hard to maintain this country, and then this country is sending the money elsewhere. But we have to choke it up for that.
Yeah. See, we just lost a viewer because you said that. I don't know what you
I
what
don't
you
really
did,
care. I'm
but
just
they went.
saying. I'm just saying that's. why this is why
That's
Saturn
not
ain't working
that's
with
not
book.
why our kids are losing their or how our community got weaker. It's because we didn't
Well, you
stick
said it got
together.
weaker in
We
one
didn't
pandemic.
we didn't stick well, yeah, well the pandemic was one of them. It put more stress on working families to stay at home because now they had to watch these kids not burn their houses down. You
Well,
know,
yeah, because the kids were
families
little.
that drove over the road or families that were in trucking had to make sure that they was able to get in and out, or they had to sometimes miss jobs and stay home. A lot
Right.
of people, that's why they were looking towards that money. And
Hmm.
then you had a lot of people worried because they didn't know whether or not they should get a shot that they don't even need. You know what I'm saying? People just getting them left and right. And the thing is that it caused a lot of mass confusion. A lot of kids went into the went into being obese. Ones that were skinny. That little, what is it, 1-2 year pandemic blew them up. It's almost like they
Hmm.
had the what was it? That shot they used to give females not to get pregnant. The shot. I forgot the name of it. It was almost like they all got the shot at once and it blew them up. You remember
The
that shot?
depot,
Depo. That's what it was.
they
Depo.
still have that.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
But yeah, not gonna really get into it, but appreciate everybody watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. We did touch a few things, but the main thing I wanted to touch on was unconditional love. And
Hmm.
yeah, but the main thing is unconditional love will really grow your life. It'll add levels to it. And you'll be able to, once you master unconditional love with one person or with yourself, unconditionally love yourself. But when you're able to manifest that outward with one person, you'll be able to duplicate that with many people. And that
Hmm.
will change your whole world because you'll be building a relationship not only with yourself but with other people. And a lot of people say incorporate God into it too. Now that's all in your beliefs.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to push that, but I also see like believing in something higher than yourself will definitely give you, ultimate direction because you're looking for unlimited type of power. Um,
Well,
in
be
relation.
kind. Be kind to yourself. Practice being kind to yourself,
Mhm.
and then that kindness you can give it to others, and
Yeah.
then and that's kind of where you want to start with learning how to give unconditional love. You can't be kind to yourself. There's no way you can be kind to others. And something that, even in just simple routine changes, like maybe you don't like wearing colorful clothes. Try it out. Sometimes that stuff can brighten your mood. Just be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. These things right here will definitely help you to
Mm.
be patient with others because it's not going to be easy. Unconditional love is not easy, but it's not designed to be easy because it's
Mm.
unconditional.
Mm.
So you're gonna be tested, and know when you're being tested, so you'll know how to stand in the midst of the rain.
Oh, that was beautiful. I'm glad that you said that in there. Definitely glad you said that.
Yeah, we should have wrapped it up right there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you don't need to say nothing else.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Just
But
messing.
I will say,
Oh,
we're not done, y'all. This is the song that no, I'm playing. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this. Once again, please do that for me. Send your videos if you like for stuff you'd like for us to talk about to
Mhm.
intellectigniter@gmail.com. It will be a different one sooner or later. As far as send us money to our cash app, I'll start putting that up there later. Guys, also I'm also an NC realtor working on my South Carolina real estate license. should be coming soon. But I've been doing a lot of stuff with trucking and this podcast and showing houses and trying to help people get moved. And you know, I'm hands-on. I do more than what I should do. I always try to go above and beyond. So anyway, I can help you guys. You could also email me that too. But you know, don't get out of hand with it. So next time, see you guys later. And thanks for joining in. I want to let everybody know that it's just.
Oh, thank you, you
Where
guys.
have you guys been all day?
Thank you. Thank you. You're far too kind.
They always want to give you the best round of applause once you start talking. Like, that's crazy to me. That's really crazy. But anyway, till next time, thanks again. Like and subscribe. Hey, don't be a hater, babe. And like I said, clap it up.